Hello there. Okay, I have to say, sitting down at the table, it has such a positive energy or vibe that is running through this. So, I really do believe that Spirit leads us to the right readings that we need to hear for whatever reason. And so I don't know if maybe you've been feeling a little bit doubtful lately, or you have had that feeling like there's something around the corner. And what I'm going to do is start with, this is the Language of Darkness deck, and I feel like this card right here is our first. Reimagine. Okay. All right, and there we go. Just looking for the one, that's it. And we have anger. This actually makes a lot of sense why the anger card has come up. Because sometimes we have issues, they could be from the past that we're still carrying some emotional charge on. And with that energy of positivity that I was feeling coming in here, I understand why this card has come up. So sometimes you are feeling actual anger or angry towards a person or situations. But sometimes it's a low-grade anger. And what happens if you're really feeling down, depressed? What depression is often anger turned inwards on ourselves instead of having that, whether it's an expression or being given its space to be able to be brought to the light, looked at, acknowledged, and released. There's a holding pattern that happens with that. And this, I have to say, the energy does feel like this is a low-grade, long-term kind of holding on to old things or old issues that just maybe are niggling at you and affecting your energy in ways that is maybe impeding your ability to move forward. But one of the beautiful things with this card is it is about a returning to balance. Like this one says, reclaiming balance, but I call it return. And it is about boundaries with other people. But even a lot of the times it's boundaries with ourselves, because sometimes we cross the line with our own selves even. And not listening to ourselves. Like if we end up in a tumultuous relationship, there might have been red flags coming up in that relationship when you could have turned around and walked away from that person and you didn't. I'm not saying that did happen to you, but it's just an example. And then there's that low grade, upset with yourself energy that doesn't get that release. But then we have the Reimagine card. So this one really is about seeing yourself in a different light. But not only that, because the word imagine is in there, this is talking about manifesting. It's the subconscious impression of what you think, believe, and feel about yourself, about the world, about other people. All of that contributes to this magical energy of creation and manifestation of things out in our world. So let's grab out, let's start with the tarot here and see what else it is that they're talking about. Okay, I really do feel like this one keeps sticking out to me, so I'm going to take it. Okay, we have 0, the White Heart, which is equivalent to, that is one for us. And I feel like this one is also. So we have the Ace of Visions. Lovely. So we have this new start, new beginnings energy that's coming in here. And let's get one more. You know what? I have to do it. This is the one. And we have the Seeker of Visions. So we have both. All right. So visions are cups. And we have the Ace and the Page of Cups. So cups is heart, emotions, connections, people kind of cards. And this one came up a lot in 2024, and it's up here again. And with the Ace of Cups, it's talking about new starts, new beginnings, which is also what this is called, the White Heart, but it's also the Fool. And the Fool is a new beginning too. And I feel like this is where all that positivity is coming in here. And where it's saying reimagine yourself. And then we have this swan. And, you know, when that swan comes up, I always give that analogy of that fairy tale of the ugly duckling, because it is about how you are perceiving yourself and what you actually are. There's two different contradictory energies happening in here. But this is talking about a new start, a new beginning. Often it's saying there's the possibility of new relationships coming in. Whether that is romantic or not, that's going to be different for you, each of you. But there are new people entering into your world. And I feel like because this part is getting dealt with, so it's freeing up your energy, freeing up your heart and your mind for new and more positive people and things and situations to come in here. Now, with the Page of Cups or Seeker of Visions showing up, this one, there's a lot that has to do with messages, whether that's in the physical world, like receiving messages or correspondence, phone calls, texts, whatever, from people. There's more of that written word connection. Sometimes it is talking about having a deeper connection with spirit and understanding the messages from your guides, angels, or whoever it is you feel like you connect with. But one of the things with this card is that it really does represent this returning to more of a spiritual base or grounding sort of energy where you're really focused more on self and truth and your spiritual path in moving forward. So that's quite a profound energy that comes in here. But then we have something new starting up here, not just in relationships, because we have the Fool card coming up. And the Fool is ready for new adventures. And this energy of new is so profound, I wish I could transfer that to you in this video, honestly. You know, this can be travel for some people, but for others it can be moving, physically moving in location. And then for others, it's like this whole shift of your sense of being or well-being and moving into a completely new land. But there's a lot of, I want to say, confidence that comes with this. Like you're just like, yep, I'm stepping up, I'm stepping out, and I'm moving out and away from what has been into something new, something more. And there's so much possibility that comes with this. So I really want to say with what's coming up here that it really is about being open to the impossible being probable, okay? Because it really does have that whole fresh new energy moving in here. Now, I have to say there is a lot of creative energy that comes out with the Seeker of Visions, like moving into, you know, whether that is actually traditional arts, right? Painting, singing, dancing, that sort of thing, or creativeness, whether that is in the area of manifesting or taking on new expressions that are way more creative and out of the box for you. And I really do feel like for those of you watching this, you know, in this year, this is a timeless reading, I have to say. But who are watching this at the beginning of the year, this is a much more creative time for you. And the reason I'm saying that is the Keeper of Spells is equivalent to the King of Spells, or King of Wands, sorry. And with that king, there is again that flavor of confidence. But this is, you know, that more masculine energy. So we have the balancing of the feminine and masculine. And that word balance is right here on this anger card. So there is that restoration of balance coming up for you. But with this card also comes this leadership sort of energy where you're really able to take the reins on what it is you want, where it is you want to go, what it is you want to create for yourself, this new life. Like, I really do feel like this is about creating a new life for yourself this year in 2025. It totally has that energy. So I just want to get out our runes, and I want to dig deep and see if I can get some from the bottom here without taking too many. 1, 2, 3. Oh. Okay, this is really exciting, and I have to, I don't even know which one I'll start with, so I guess I'll just start with the closest one to me. So we have Ansuz, and Ansuz talks about messages, communications, signs, and that is exactly the same sort of message that comes through with this tarot. So we have, again, that mirroring of that message. So Spirit is doubling down on its messages, even with all 3 of these runes. But it does talk about like this wisdom, and that's where this whole reimagining is coming in. But this wisdom, and there's a truth or an unveiling, a seeing more that happens with this rune. Like a deeper truth is exposed. And I really feel like this is not about an outside situation. I feel like they're talking about you seeing yourself in a completely new light. And it's very empowering. But Ansuz also brings like wisdom and guidance. And so where I was saying like this is more tuned in, tapped in time for you, I feel like you are going to be getting those signs and signals from Spirit about, yep, this is the way to go. Go here. Oops, don't go down that one. That's not for you. And you will hear it and know it and feel it and honor it. Is like honor that inner voice coming through with it. And we also have Rytho. This one, amazing, where I was saying this is often a change of it's either travel or moving to a new home. There's a relocating happening here. And this is exactly what Rytho talks about, is a change in location. It's very similar to this. And with this, they can be talking physically or like spiritually or metaphysically. But I feel like if you're watching this reading, you're going to be having both this inner transformation and then life transforming out for you. And there is this relocation that is happening here, but there is also a change of perception that is linked with this rune. And again, like everything is just getting backed up here. It's honestly blowing my mind. So with Gabo, this one is very, I would say, very similar to the Ace of Cups, because this is a relationship rune, and it's talking about interactions, exchanges of energy with other people, relationships, partnerships, business connections. It doesn't matter. But one of the, it also has contacts, like just making new connections where maybe you don't have a personal, like a deep personal connection with the person, but making these contacts, networking, that's the word I'm trying. Sometimes it takes a minute to get it from up here, out of here. Networking happening, because there is that entrepreneurial, creative energy that's coming through with this reading. And I feel like that's not just connecting you to people, but connecting you to resources that are going to benefit you over the coming year. So I'm just going to grab out this is my first deck. I am the author of 3 oracle card decks. They're all fractals. Fractals are not similar, but akin to sacred geometry. Only fractals are called the thumbprint of God. They are the mathematics that describe to energy how to take form in physical manifestation, and they are powerful. Let me just say. So, our first card out. Oh my goodness. That's exciting. We have Revelations. Oh, that one there is just tingly as heck. Oh, and we have Birth of Angels. Lovely. And that one there. I want this one. We have the Rebirth. Yes, that completely makes sense. And the Tears. Oh my goodness. Okay. So with Birth of Angels, I have to call out that this is a master number, 44. Birth of Angels really is about really coming into that understanding, not just of your divinity, but of your gifts and your talents. And a lot of the time this comes up when it's been emotionally difficult. And I said that at the beginning of the reading, like 2024 feels like it has been, more emotionally stressful, and that this is talking about that higher support coming in, but it's also about saying, you have a purpose. There is a reason why you are still here in this realm, in this world, incarnated, because you still have work to do. Oh, I see that. No, you still have work to do. You still have purpose. Okay. And these 2 cards are talking about that this light within is mirroring what this anger card is talking about, because this is like a great big teardrop in that fractal. And it's talking about that purification, that cleanse, the releasing of these old emotions that may have been holding you or have been stagnant inside of you, affecting your energy, your thoughts, and your decision making, and a releasing of that to really see the light of who you truly are. And there is that whole theme running through here in such a strong way. And with the Rebirth card coming up, I know that this one is difficult to see on camera sometimes, but there's this, it's like a womb, and this is like a little fetus being lit up in here. And this is talking about an actual rebirth where there's been that retraction or pulling away or a sheltering of yourself to kind of get that space, reprieve, to be able to restore your energy, come back into the balance that the anger card is talking about, and then coming back out into the world. And I feel like this is talking about where you have been, and then moving into this whole new rebirth of yourself in this year. And it is so positive. My goodness. And with the Revelations card showing up, this again, now that's 3 times. We have 3 different cards talking about a relocation or a move happening for you coming up here. So Spirit is tripling down on that message. So I would say for the majority of you, that is a physical move in location. But for all of you, it is definitely an inner relocation of your mindset, your thinking, and really not false positivity. I'm talking just feeling good and secure about happy events unfolding for you over the coming year. So I want to let's get out our dice here. And I'm going to say, pick a hand. And if you pick this hand, what we're looking for is the timeline with the 3 things talking about a move or a relocation. So what I want to know is how long for this shift into that new to happen. So if you choose this hand, it's in months. Oh my goodness. Within a month, there's a change. And I feel like that's that inner change that's switch. It's going to flip the switch in your brain and start this movement of energy that brings you into either physically relocating or coming up with some new project entrepreneurial thing. Now, if you've chosen this is my left hand, this is going to be in weeks. And what do we have? We have 6 weeks. Oh my goodness. Okay, so 1 month is 4 weeks. So for all of you, it's within that 4 to 6 week period. So Spirit is saying that this is coming up quite quickly. So, you have so much to look forward to. And I really am going to say this. Please come back and watch this video. If you get to a place where you're just not feeling very positive, that there is something coming up here for you that is a complete switch of your mindset in how you see yourself, in how you see your gifts, in what you are putting out in the world. And it is moving you into a completely new place of being that I feel like most of you haven't experienced this aspect of yourself before. Okay, so if you found your reading helpful, please do sprinkle some love on the like button. It just really helps with YouTube. And as always, I love you. I cannot wait to see you again. Take care.